Okay, this is a message for the students in IVYT 120, 80N. This is the summer class at IVTech Bloomington. Taking a lot of notes, so let me go over the notes here. Don't forget that your attendance in this class is based on your participation on the discussion board, and a fair number of you are not participating in the discussion board. I suggest you read the syllabus and see what it says about attendance, because it could severely affect your grade in this class. Many of you are not turning in assignments. Your failure to turn in the assignments results in a 0 grade for you, and the 0 grade can come back to haunt you, because at a point in time it becomes impossible to recover from all the zeros, and also at a point in time I will not accept late assignments. So it's to your advantage to start turning in assignments. Even if they're downgraded for being late, as they will be, at least you got points, and even an F, 59 points, is more points than 0. So keep that in mind. Also, we have, if you turn an assignment in and you're getting lower than a 70 on that assignment, you are violating some kind of thing you need to be doing in the class. One individual student, for instance, turns in multiple paragraphs on the same page for the triets. The instructions clearly say 1 page, double-spaced, reflection paper for each triet. You can't put more than 1 triet reflection paper on a page. That will cost you severely, and if it continues, it's going to continue to cost you severely to the point where you won't get any points for it. But follow the directions. If you're getting under a 70, you're either turning in less than the requirement, or it's not following the directions that you're supposed to follow. Read up now on the service learning assignment. Keep in mind that you must have approval for me on what that assignment is. It must be at a human social services nonprofit agency. If you are paying for your child's daycare center, that is not a nonprofit agency. Animal shelter is not a nonprofit agency. So human social services nonprofit agency. And if you don't get it approved, you will not get credit for the project. The final career project is worth 30% of your grade. You need to be doing, at least looking at what that project involves, so you can actually get started on some of it now. Just get in there and you save a copy of the assignment, and then you add your answers. And that'll push everything down as you add your answers. And remember to add your answers in a different color, red or blue, so it's not black, and it'll be obvious what your answers are in there. The exams that are scheduled in this class are done, and there is a time period where you can get on the exam. If you do not observe that time period, you can't go back and do it. There are no makeups, and a fair number of you are not doing all of the exams. There's this exam schedule in the syllabus and course calendar. Make sure you know what that is. If you will look on the posted grade sheets in Blackboard, look to the far right column, the one that's labeled Final Grade, Total Points. If you don't have at least 70 points there, your grade is in trouble in this class. If you have better than 70 points, you're doing okay. 80 and above is real good. But remember, I'm showing you right now with a final grade of 70 on that career project, and many of you ought to do a lot better than that. You get an A in that project, that's going to really boost that up. I also will be looking at grades at the end and saying, okay, was the tendency to go up as the grades were going? Was your attendance spot on? All of that kind of stuff, and I have a tendency sometimes to boost people up a little bit. So we'll see what you're doing, but you want to try to do a job. If you're not participating in the class, and I don't know why you'd be looking at this if you aren't, but if you're not participating in the class, please drop the class. If you don't drop the class, I have no option but to give you an F in this class, and if you drop the class, at least you can get a W, a withdrawal, and it won't count against your GPA. That's pretty much it. The phones have been out here this week. If you have any questions, you can always send me an email, but I prefer to talk to people on the phone. And by Tuesday of next week, the day after the holiday, everything should be okay. Now remember, even though Monday is a holiday, your assignments are due at noon on Monday, July the 5th. And I know what a chore that is. My birthday is July the 4th, and I know what kind of things are going on over the weekend. So you may want to make sure you've got everything done and get it in on time. Have a great weekend. Don't get overheated. Don't celebrate too much. And we'll talk to you next time. Your grades are posted. You can take a look in the on Blackboard, and you'll see what your latest grades are. And it'll be by your fantasy name, and that's how you'll tell. If, by the way, you didn't give me a fantasy name, you don't know who you are, and it's another reason to contact me. Okay, have a great one. We'll talk to you later. Happy 4th of July.